just started from the top, and that is the last resin, which is about done already, which I'm just doing the domain now. And these are the completed pieces that I've already made. So this is my first one. It's not like, I think it's nice, it's just that I messed up on the domain a little bit, so the finish is kind of like uneven. Like if you see this part here, it's really matte for some reason, but the rest is glossy. And the UV resin that I bought was really bad, so you can actually see where the plastic covering stopped. Let me see if I can show you. Yeah, I don't think you can see, but basically all these like weird parts is because of the UV resin, and I think some of it leaked through the plastic, which is why overall there's this really like kind of like unclear frosted window look, which is okay to me, but it's probably not good for selling. That's the problem. But yeah, here are my resin pieces, and this is my little resin workspace because it's right next to the window. And yeah, all my friends saw my video where I said I really like this cherry jam. It's this one. Can you see? Yeah. And she was like, why don't you make like cherry coffee? And I was like, oh my god, that's such a good idea. Then I thought about it, I was like, what if I made cherry chocolate coffee? Because I love cherry chocolate. And I'm gonna give it a try right now. I don't know whether it will work, but wish me luck. So about this much. And then the thing I always do in my mind is to make it like super gao. And I guess gao means thick lah. But because I always add ice, so my Milo is always super thick. Like enough to cover the powder. And that's it. And to stir it, I'll just use my straw because I can't be bothered to wash something else. My friend said this is a Milo shot, which I suppose it is. But I just have to add enough water until everything dissolves, which is a bit more. But I do like to mix it up with like a couple of tiny ones. This is my favorite ice shape still, because I was very fortunate that I found it in Daiso when it was still selling, and they don't even sell this mold anymore here. So anyone finds it, please let me know. I need to buy more of these. And yeah, that's my chocolate cherry coffee. Actually, I should add a splash of milk. I like it. Anyway, enough about coffee. There's something else I want to show you, which is this, which doesn't look very interesting, but give me a second. So this is basically like oyster mushrooms cut into scallops and marinated in miso soup. Miso with kelp powder. So it's like very vegan. I cooked with these yesterday and they shrunk, so I cut them super thick like this. So I'm gonna cook these later. Actually, I'm not supposed to use the caps, I think. But I didn't want to waste it, so I just marinated it also. So I'm just gonna turn all these over, because I don't think they got marinated last night. I think I should have used a plastic bag instead. Anyway, I'm gonna make rosé pasta today with gochujang. But the last time I made it with like cut up lasagna sheets, which is really bad, but it was the leftovers from the last time I made beef lasagna, pork lasagna, and then I didn't want to waste the pasta, so I just mixed it up in gochujang and milk, and then I just called it rosé pasta. But that's what I'm trying to do again today, because it was really good. But I just can't figure out what's the difference between these two. Number 3 and number 5 pasta. So when you cook pasta, you always have to use salt, apparently. Personally, I think it's a waste of salt, because I can't taste the difference. But yeah. Okay, I added a bit of oil, because I didn't want the butter to burn. So now, I hope this doesn't stutter, man. Oh my god. I'll start with the big one. Okay, that was very anticlimactic, but like, yeah. Okay. These look really good right now. Can you see? Okay, better not do that. I have very bad luck doing these kind of things. It's supposed to look this red. Yum. so late.
So cute. So. Was this different? Yeah, it's smaller.
Size. Do you like it?
Yes, I do.
Show me. Yay! How is it?
Yeah.
It's pretty though.
Oh.
Yay! Hi.
I get it. I will put it in.
Wait, they are sorting it out.
Singapore's Kiss 92.